Once upon a time, high in the misty mountains where eagles soared and wildflowers bloomed in every color, there lived a kind shepherd boy named Thomas. He was small for his age, with bright blue eyes that sparkled like the morning sky, and a warm smile that could melt the coldest heart. Thomas lived in a cozy stone cottage with his grandmother. Every morning, as the golden sun peeked over the mountain peaks, Thomas would lead his fluffy white sheep to the green meadows where the grass was sweet and the streams bubbled with crystal clear water. Thomas loved his simple life in the mountains. He would sing songs to his sheep.
The sun is shining on the hill, all is peaceful and still.
Play his wooden flute and watch the clouds drift by like cotton candy across the blue sky. The sheep trusted him completely, and he knew each one by name: Daisy, Snowball, Buttercup, and all the rest. The village below the mountains was a happy place where people lived peacefully.
Inside! Everyone inside now! Hurry up, quickly, move! Don't look back!
But one dark day, everything changed. Thick, angry clouds gathered over the mountains like a grey blanket. Thunder boomed so loudly it shook the ground, and lightning cracked across the sky like fiery whips. Rain poured down in sheets, flooding the fields. The wind howled like wolves, tearing branches from trees.
It's the storm giant! He's returned to destroy us all!
The village elders told frightening stories about the storm giant, a massive creature made of clouds and thunder who lived in the highest peaks. They said he was angry and cruel, causing terrible storms. No one had ever seen him up close, or so the stories went. Day after day, the storms continued. The villagers' crops were ruined. Their homes were damaged, and everyone was cold, wet, and miserable. But young Thomas was worried about his sheep.
Grandmother, I must bring the flock to safety! Be careful, my dear boy. The storm giant is dangerous!
Thomas climbed up the steep mountain path through the wind and rain.
It will be hard.
I know.
His feet slipped on wet rocks, but he didn't give up. Finally, he found his sheep huddled together, bleating nervously.
Don't worry, my friends. I'm here now.
As he gathered his flock, Thomas heard something strange, a sound like thunder, but sadder. It was almost like crying. Curious, Thomas decided to investigate. He climbed higher until he reached the very top of the mountain, and there, sitting on the peak with his enormous head in his gigantic hands, was the storm giant. Thomas gasped. The giant was truly massive, as tall as 10 trees. His body seemed made of dark storm clouds. His hair was like streaks of lightning, and his eyes glowed like silver moons. When he breathed, thunder rumbled. But the giant wasn't attacking anything. He was crying. Big tears rolled down his cloudy face and fell to earth as rain. His shoulders shook with sadness, causing the mountains to tremble. Most people would have run away in fear, but Thomas had a kind heart. He didn't see a scary monster. He saw someone who was very sad.
Hello? Are you all right?
The storm giant's glowing eyes opened wide with surprise.
You're not afraid of me?
Should I be afraid? You look more sad than scary to me.
The giant stared at the boy, then fresh tears began to fall.
Everyone is always afraid of me. They run away screaming. They think I'm a monster. But I'm just lonely.
Thomas's heart filled with sympathy.
Why are you lonely?
Because I'm different. I'm too big, too loud, too stormy. When I'm sad, I cry, but my tears become rain. When I'm upset, I sigh, but my sighs become wind. When my heart aches, it thunders. I can't help it.
I don't mean to cause storms, but no one understands.
Thomas understood what it felt like to be different.
I don't think you're a monster. I think you just need a friend.
The storm giant's eyes widened with hope.
A friend? You would be my friend?
Of course. Everyone needs a friend. Even storm giants.
Thomas opened his small shepherd's bag.
No.
Inside was his simple lunch: fresh bread, cheese, and apples.
Are you hungry? Would you like to share my lunch?
The storm giant looked at the tiny pieces of food. To him, they were no bigger than crumbs. But no one had ever offered him anything before.
You would share your food with me?
His voice was cracking with emotion.
That's what friends do.
As they shared the meal together, they began to talk. Thomas told the giant about his sheep and his grandmother. The storm giant told Thomas about the lonely centuries he had spent in the high peaks, watching the world below, but never being part of it. As they talked and laughed, something magical happened. The angry storm clouds began to soften and lighten. The thunder became gentler. The harsh wind turned into a pleasant breeze. The storm giant was smiling, and when he smiled, the sun peeked through the clouds, creating a beautiful rainbow.
Look! You made a rainbow!
The storm giant looked surprised.
I did? I've never made a rainbow before. Muh.
Maybe it's because you're happy.
Maybe when you're happy, beautiful things happen. Just like storms happen when you're sad.
A warm feeling spread through the giant's cloudy chest. Could it be true? From that day forward, Thomas visited the storm giant every day. They became the best of friends. Thomas would bring his sheep to graze on the mountain and spend hours talking with the giant, playing games and sharing stories.
Look up there! That one looks just like a sheep.
The storm giant learned to understand his emotions better. With Thomas's friendship, he wasn't lonely anymore. When he felt sad, Thomas would cheer him up with funny stories or songs on his flute. When the giant needed to cry, Thomas would sit with him, and together they would make sure the tears fell gently as soft rain on the fields below, helping the crops grow. The villagers noticed the change. The terrible storms stopped. Instead, gentle rains came at just the right times to water their gardens. The cool breezes blew on hot summer days.
Breeze is lovely.
What happened to the terrible storm giant?
One day, Thomas brought some village children up the mountain to meet his friend. They were nervous at first, but when they saw the gentle giant creating rainbow after rainbow for them to admire, they realized he wasn't scary at all.
Wow, look at that!
It's beautiful. He's wonderful. Look!
Soon the whole village came to appreciate the storm giant. They realized he had never been evil. He had just been misunderstood and lonely. The giant, grateful for their acceptance, used his powers to help them. He brought rain during droughts, created gentle breezes, and formed clouds into funny shapes to entertain the children.
Look up there. It's a bunny! And a knight on a horse.
The village elders said to everyone,
We have learned an important lesson. We judge the storm giant by his size and power.
And we feared what we didn't understand.
He looks so young.
He saw someone who needed kindness, and he offered friendship.
Thomas blushed, but the storm giant smiled down at his small friend with love and gratitude.
Thomas saved me. Not with a sword or magic, but with something more powerful. Kindness and friendship.
Years passed, and Thomas grew up, but he never forgot his special friend.
We will have plenty for everyone this winter.
And children grew up knowing the gentle giant was their friend and protector. And so, the shepherd boy and the storm giant taught everyone the most important lesson of all, that kindness, understanding and friendship can turn even the stormiest situations into something beautiful. Just like rain and sunshine together create the most magnificent rainbows.